त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Welcome everyone. Welcome Dylan. Nice to see you tonight. And Philip, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Lynn.
And of course everyone online. So tonight we would like to, as we mentioned in our advertising for tonight, we would like to establish our self-realization, and maybe Philip will take us through that in a minute, and also strengthen our meditation. And how we do that, or what it means to strengthen our meditation, is to make that silence between the thoughts a little bit longer. And the reason it's short, I guess, is our overactivity in our left and our right side.
Yes.
And what does it mean, the left and the right side, Philip?
Describe it?
Yeah.
Each human being has evolved with the left and right side, the moon channel, the sun channel. On the physical, it's the left and right sympathetics. They know they exist. And the energy that sustains that is their subtle character. The left side it's where our memory sits. It's our emotions. It's the more moon type of our character. If we're more on the left, we're probably more related to emotions. If we go too far, you can get depressed. That's the extension, the extreme. The right side, the sun channel, is one of activity, doing, thinking, planning, pushing. And if you go too far, the ego comes up and you actually end up hitting a wall. So a beautiful thing about Sahaja Yoga is to introduce the central channel, which can actually modify these two parts of our character. And in our meditation is to establish the central channel through the awakening of the Kundalini and read within ourselves about our left and right side to find out when we sit down for meditation or we sit down to do a practice, where are we at that moment? And the thing about this is that we can move, something may happen to us, we move into the left, and we may feel, oh, the world's on my shoulders, life's hard, right? You go into the left, and we do that, people do that. Or you can go into the right when you think you're on top of the mountain, which is overactivity, the right side. So we move, and that can be subtle or extreme. But the thing about, once we get the central channel awakened by Sahaja Yoga meditation, the awakening of Kundalini, which Shri Mataji brought to the earth, 1970, it's been around a while, we understand on our hands and within ourselves how we are at that moment. And the whole central thing of Sahaja Yoga is to meditate, to allow that central channel to give us the moment. Okay, there's the past within us. That's the future. In the middle is a fine line where they cross over, and that becomes the present. Because when you move out of present, you've got to go out of the past into to out of future into past. You've got to cross the present. Now that's the secret, the niviccara, the thoughtless awareness, which is a real meditation. And that's when we establish that and get it more balanced with ourselves. The left and right have less of a tendency to influence as they clear and balance. And you'll find the difference within yourself that, oh, that's my left side, oh, right side.
And it's using our left and the right as opposed to getting used by our left and our
exactly.
right.
They're still there as part of our character. And as the negative aspects within them, say your left side's affected, clears out, your emotions are better, you're more balanced, they become clearer and softer. If your right side is, if you overuse that comes down and you regulate. And this is a process, mind you, it's an evolving thing. And the balance occurs in you, that, as Lynn said, they're still there. Because sometimes, oh yeah, I've got to do this, away you go, and do it, right side. Oh, okay, left side. It's there, they have their qualities. Remembering that, and Shri Mataji has described it, where these three channels are actually coiled together. And they're actually with each other, but the general thing that looks after them is the movement of the Kundalini and the establishment of the central channel. That's the important thing, because they show you another dimension within yourself and you can feel it. And this is a beautiful thing about Sahaja Yoga. It's not what we're selling or telling, it's what you can feel on your central nervous system that can show you that. That's the beauty of it. And that's the revealing thing about it. And I always ask people when they do get their realization, take the information Sahaja Yoga can give you about left and right and yourself, particularly the meditation, and let it grow. And you'll go, oh, left side, oh yeah, right side. And they become indicators on our hands, yeah.
And there's some memories that are not helpful. And
Exactly,
you react to when they come.
exactly.
But then there's new memories that we make that are very helpful, make you feel really good.
Yeah.
So I guess it's stepping through those and using the ones that do good for you and maybe recognising the ones that are not, and then they'll lose their effect on you.
Yeah. This is part of, once the Kundalini comes up and passes through this centre here, the Agya chakra, which is all to do with forgiveness, and that's only a new thing in the sense of human evolution. It's only about probably 3,000 years old or more. And we go up to here with our meditation. This centre here, once it's opened, as Lynn said, you forgive yourself about the past. You don't become shameless, but whatever's happened, forgive yourself. And if something has happened to you by somebody else, I forgive you or I forgive them. Sometimes this can be pretty hard, but when you're meditating and this chakra starts to open and become more in the present, it is easier. And that's a process. Sometimes some people can really annoy you. And that's known. This is our humanness, you know. But the thing is, you go, okay, I forgive, it's a drama. Doesn't matter. You know, moves on. And there's our times, no doubt, that you may have to stand up for yourself, but you've got to be really, really aware of that and when these things are needed. Because the our ego and our superego are always there with everybody. But it's forgiveness is one of the great qualities that look at the world today, if we'd be more forgiving. Yeah.
And you might be wondering why some thought from the very, very past comes up and you kind of react to it. Why did I do that? Why? But it's come back because there's something still unresolved. So you have to sort of say, I forgive myself. And then it doesn't sort of have its effect on you and you're letting it go. So not to panic about things that come into your attention, but just to resolve it somehow.
I think, and once you develop your meditation, you can become a bit of a mirror for yourself and you go, oh, okay. Then things pop up and no, not that. And one of the beautiful things when we're meditating and trying to establish our meditation, you can go, not that thought. And the Kundalini can clear the way and that will go. And you'll find that your left side will clear we do have heavy conditionings within us as people, and that can take a while. But you've got to be patient, tenacious. And where the ego is more out there, the superego and our conditioning is more embedded. So we need to forgive ourselves and forgive others, and take the silence that this Sahaja Yoga gives you. And it goes above it all. Not that you become sort of airy-fairy and beyond it all. That's not the point. You still have your left and right, as Lynn said. Within you, they're there, but they become better and clearer as we clear out, we call it in Sahaja Yoga, as we clear out.
And there's anything that comes to you, you only get given by that all-pervading energy, things you have the ability to deal with. So if it's come to you, you can deal with it.
Yeah. And it's the word Sahaja means easy and spontaneous and simplicity. And we can get very complicated as human beings, but you'll find as you establish meditation within you, it's either in the left or right. And once you establish the center, it becomes more prominent, and the left and right go down, and you go. This can take a while. It's an evolving thing. It's not an overnight sensation stuff. On your initial contact with Sahaja Yoga, you can feel something, no doubt, because I can verify that. But it's the growing that is important, and the patience to be with it, to go with it. Yeah. But the left and right side are still part of our character. We still have the moon channel, left channel. We need them. It's part of our human character.
Yeah, and we need to actually do things in life, so we need the right side. But I guess the point is that we're trying to purify our desires, that we act on those purified desires, as opposed to reactions that may be less than helpful.
Sometimes it can be a long process. It depends on what is embedded within us through our life and our conditioning. And we've got to be patient with ourselves, meditate and let this, and you'll find that after a while, that's going, or it goes out of your attention, and it's a beautiful thing. And but the major thing is establishing our attention in the present moment, in our meditation, daily life, as we're going around, and it actually operates better and clearer. You're much more, I find you much more productive or something.
Definitely more productive if you've had a good meditation.
Yeah. If you have a good meditation in the morning, it really does make your day.
Yeah.
And away you go. It's lovely. Yeah.
For a good day.
Yeah.
So shall we get that set up? Set ourselves up for a good night? So as many of you will have done before, we take our attention inside by asking a few vital questions at the level of the various chakras, and then we ask for our connection to the all-pervading spirit of divine love, and that takes us into that thoughtless state automatically. So we need to allow it to happen. So that's the thing. We're not directing it. We're not making it happen, but various things we say and respond to ourselves to allow that to happen. And Philip does that very nicely. You want to take us into that feeling?
We open our hands on our lap, and what we're going to do is keep our left hand open in our lap, and we're going to place the right hand on various chakras on the body. There's 7 main chakras, and they ascend up the spine. And what we'll do, we'll place our hand on the chakras, we'll take an affirmation asking for that quality, and then we'll go through to the top, and that'll help clear a stronger path for the Kundalini so we can feel and actually experience the meditation. So we start out by placing our right hand on our heart. In our heart resides our spirit, which is reflected by the continual heartbeat. It's like an eternal energy that's inside us and outside of us, and is reflected in the heart. Sanskrit, it's Atma Paramatma, but we can ask for the quality of the spirit, because that's what we are above everything. is that quality of the Spirit. Take our hand down to the left-hand side of our stomach, and this is the area where the teacher lies within us, the guide for our balancing, our guide for our life, and it keeps us in the central channel so that Kundalini can operate well. And here we ask the question, am I my own teacher? Am I my own master or guru? Because that's what we become once we get our awakening, and it's indicated within our system and on our hands, and that guides us for what we should be doing. And here we can ask the question, am I my own teacher? Take that right hand down to where the leg joins the hip. This is the area of creativity within us, which is to do with knowledge, aesthetics, and that creative quality that we've been given. And here we ask for the pure knowledge. The knowledge which is for our benefit. The knowledge that helps us evolve and understand ourselves, the pure knowledge. And we can say to ourselves that intrinsically we are that knowledge. It's there within us, and we've got to let it grow and develop so we know ourselves a lot better. I am the pure knowledge. Take that right hand up, back to the left-hand side of our stomach. We're working on the left side because that's our side of desire. It's where things come from. And we can say here that I am my own teacher. I have that potential to know the knowledge of myself, which gives me the teaching ability to understand my own subtle system. Know thyself. Great quote. Back to our heart. Above all our past and all our future, all our thinking, planning, whatever we may have done, we are the Spirit. This is what we've got to evolve to. That's how we've been made, that we become the Spirit. This is the real spirituality. Whether we want to talk about being born again or yoga or moksha, enlightened, whatever, all of them have talked about becoming this quality. And that I am the Spirit. That's why the heart is so important within us. It holds not the emotional love, but the pure love. We take our right hand up to the left hand side of the neck, where it joins the shoulder. This area here is to do with our collectivity, relationships with each other, that sort of unity of the human race and our relationships. This centre here can be affected if we're feeling guilty. What we talked about before, about the past. And we need to say, I am not guilty. It's not that we become shameless and bowl over everyone or anything like that. It's just that Guilt can really hold us back. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Take our right hand to the back of the head and put our head back a little. This is our past within us. This is where our conditioning, our superego sits. And here we forgive ourselves anything that may have occurred in our past. It helps us clarify and clear our past. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Because the past can sit on our shoulders if things have gone wrong. We forgive ourselves. I forgive. I forgive myself. We take our right hand to the front of our head. This is our ego, the human ego, which sits at the front. As we forgive ourselves, we forgive everybody else. We don't have to think of the conflicts or whatever has happened, doesn't matter. All we need to do is say, I forgive everyone. That's probably one of our highest qualities. Makes everything clear and better for everybody. I forgive others. By forgiving ourselves and other people allows the chakra to open, this one, allows the Kundalini to pass through to the top. So let's place our hand on top of our head. And here we ask, please give me my self-realization, my yoga, my second birth, my moksha, nirvana, many words to describe the same thing for a long, long period of time. We can massage the top of our head a little, keeping our attention there. And if we've had our awakening before, please establish my self-realization. We need to have it strengthened. We can lift our hands slightly above our head to see if you feel a cool breeze there. Keep our attention there on top, but bring our right hand back to our lap. Top of the head is the crown. It's our lotus, Sarasrara, it's our halo, it's the tongues of flames, described in many scriptures over a long period of time. A very special area. Keep our attention there in our meditation. We can take our right hand and run it up the front of the body slowly, in line with the spine, to ask the Kundalini to strengthen. It's the mothering feminine energy within us, the creative force outside of ourselves, reflected here. And she wishes to give us our union. That's why she's in our sacrum bone. That's why she's there, to be awakened, so she can give us this. Feel at the top again with your hand. You should be feeling a cool breeze. and keep our attention there. Take both our hands, the lower part of our body. Let the left hand raise, right hand go around it. And we tie our Kundalini up. It's expressing our desire for her to be active within us, to stay up. Up to the top for the second time, 2 knots. Up to the top again, 3 knots at the top. She responds to this because she's intelligent. And we'll keep left hand on our lap, right hand over to the left side, over the top of our head, through the Kundalini and back is 1. We go up to 7 for the 7 chakras. And this is a bandhan. It's actually a subtle armour we put on ourselves to stay in this state.
Lovely.
Try to do this each day. That's the secret. Yeah.
Mm. So we might, we've got a couple of lovely excerpts.
Oh, lovely.
That Shri Mataji will also talk a little bit more about the left and the right side and those first couple of chakras above the Kundalini, the center of our seeking and our creativity. We'll try to see both those excerpts and then we'll meditate a bit more after that.
Above that is the second, actually the second one we treat as the third one, it looks here, is the power of, I was saying up here, this is the center of our seeking. This center is called as the Nabhi Chakra, which gives us our seeking. When we are in the state of animal, then we seek food through our stomach. And you will be amazed then when we become human beings, also we seek our money through our stomach. We may get little diverted here and there. But ultimately we even seek our God through our stomach. Surrounding this stomach is the area where one has to cross. And this area is actually the area of the masters. All the primordial masters were born in this area, like Moses, Socrates. There are main basic 10 primordial beings who came on this earth, who came to give us an idea as to our seeking, what we have to do. Basically, they came here to teach us how to balance ourselves. how to balance so we can ascend. Now, all these great prophets or primordial beings, we should say they were the ones who were the masters, they came to inform us that if you cross too much onto the left side or too much on the right side, then you will be falling in your sustenance, in your quality as a human being. As a human being, you have to have a sustenance. And this is the center that gradually unfolds the sustenance from animal to higher animals and to human stage, where a person starts realizing that these sustenances exist within us. That's how all our laws have come. The 10 commandments of the Bible are the 10 sustenances that are within us. These are the 10 gurus who came on this earth to save human beings from getting out of the middle path, going more to the left and more to the right. Now the left side, as you see here, is the side which is the emotional side within us, is also the power of desire, is the emotional side which gives us our subconscious, and beyond that is our collective subconscious. On the right hand side, we have another power of action, that our desire we try to put in the action, and this power of action gives us our future and sustains our physical and mental activities. As a result of that, we develop an institution in our head called ego. Everyone has it. There's nothing to be frightened of. When we do something, we feel we have done it. And that is a myth, but still, we carry on with the myth because we have not yet seen the reality. The another one is the left side power within us, by which we receive the aggression of others, by which we have our past, gives us an institution as a byproduct of our activity, emotional activity, an institution like a balloon you will see there called as superego. These two things meet in the head just like this. As you grow and a calcification takes place on top of your head near the fontanelle bone area, and this soft area which is pulsating in childhood becomes completely covered. Thus you developed your I-ness. You become Mr. X, Y, Z and all that. You develop your own freedom. This is the freedom that you have achieved to be Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z. After achieving this, you start using the second center, which is the center of your creativity, the center of your action. Animals do not have any ego. Of course, if they live with human beings, they may develop. But otherwise, they have no ego at all. And if you do something wrong, you feel hurt, you feel guilty. Animals never feel guilty. Because it is in their nature to kill another animal, it is in their nature to eat, so they never feel guilty. It's only human beings who say, oh, I should not have said this, I should have not done this. This is only human quality that we feel guilty. It is only human quality that we aggress others. So the second center comes into play, by which you think. And you think about the future, you plan. So this center, that is what we call the Swadhisthana center, is a center that gives you your future energy to think of your future, your planning, which gives you energy to bring forth the manifestation of the physical labor or physical exercise or physical work. This poor center has to work for one work, to convert the fat for the use of the brain. Now, if one center which has to do many other things starts doing only one work, all other things are neglected. As a result of that, you develop problems because it has to cater to your liver, to your pancreas, to your kidneys, to your spleen. And once it goes into action for one channelized work, it gets programmed for it. And then it cannot take care of these things. That's how you develop a bad liver. You develop a diabetes, kidney trouble, blood pressures. Also you develop a very serious disease called blood cancer. Now Sahaja Yoga can cure all these troubles. It's only physical. But it can cure even physical troubles, because if this center is brought to its normal behavior, if it is made to behave in a very normal way, you can easily cure all such diseases which come out of your overactivity, overthinking, over-imaginativeness. It's a very dangerous thing to always think about the future. For example, now we are here sitting down, we should be comfortably sitting down and talking to each other. Instead of that, now we are thinking, what am I going to go do tomorrow, or what am I going to do when I go home, how am I going to cook, what am I going to eat, or how I am going to take my train. All these futuristic behaviors lead you to a very funny personality. You become so futuristic that you forget the past. I met a gentleman who forgot even his own name. He forgot the name of his father, he forgot the name of his mother, and also, to the dismay of his wife, her name. And she started crying. She said, now what to do? He's forgotten everything. Now he is in a futuristic area. He just knows the future. Then he was to be pushed back again into the center. Then gradually he started remembering. Then he told me that he's chairman of one of the councils of a big district place in India. And he said he was. He said, no, I am. I said, that's good. That's better. Now you are in that state where you say, I am. So this is what happens. And this is what's going to happen to our societies here, which is very futuristic. So to cut it down, one can try anything. You may try anything. For example, you may show pictures of the past and things like that, but that is not going to bring back the horse. It's running very fast. The only thing that can work it out is the awakening of the Kundalini. When the Kundalini awakens itself, she makes the center enlightened, and the center itself resumes its normal shape, its normal behavior, and its normal condition. Apart from that, it has got a dynamic power or manifestation that this center which looks after our attention becomes enlightened, and our attention becomes enlightened, and the attention which is enlightened becomes dynamic. In the sense now, sitting down here, you can pay attention to anyone. Just pay attention. You don't have to do anything. Just pay attention to that person, and you can find out on your fingertips what's the matter with the person. Thousands of miles he may be. When Nixon was having trouble, suddenly, I don't know, I said, find out about Nixon, how is he? And they said, Ma, he's in a terrible mess. Christ has said, your hands will speak. That's the time has come. These hands, which look so simple, but they are so intricate and so intricately built that the nerve endings are so microscopic that we cannot understand how much they can tell us, how far they can go. When the awakening takes place, you start feeling the vibrations around you, the all-pervading power which you have never felt before, through these fingertips which we neglect, we misuse them, we use them for wrong things. These fingertips themselves get enlightened, and you start feeling them. That's what I said, that you have to get your awareness, which is enlightened. It's the awareness which has to manifest. And that's how you start feeling them on your fingers. It's wrong here, it's wrong there. You can see where is the problem. Now all these are related to your centers. These are 5, 6 and 7. 7 on the left and 7 on the right. So this is about your emotional side and this is about your right. About your physical and your rational, or you can say mental side. So you can make out a person how he is by just knowing whether you are getting heat from that person, whether you are getting burning from that person, whether they are getting numb, whether they are becoming heavy. And a rapport is established with the all-pervading power which informs you, get the messages. And the messages are so correct that even if you have 10 children who are realized souls, there are many children these days are born as realized souls. We don't understand children these days, but these days they are great children and they are born today because the time has come. This is the time of judgment time. This is the time of resurrection. This is the time about which people have described in all the scriptures.
Inside, just holding our hands up at the level of our heart, we can ask our mothering Kundalini energy to let me feel the collective vibrations. Let me feel my vibrations. So you might start feeling some tingling on particular fingers, or you maybe just be feeling something on one hand and not on the other. So we'll do a little bit of a clearing of our left and right sides, so just to balance up those two hands, and then we'll feel again after our meditation how your hands are feeling. So just dropping the left hand on your lap and the right one down towards Mother Earth. And we're asking our Mother Kundalini to please clear my left channel. Please clear away any unhelpful memories of the past. Any emotions that are holding me onto the left side and not letting me be in the present. So all the overactivity from the left side will just flow down via that right hand into Mother Earth. Just allow that to happen. Keeping your attention up on the top energy center, the fontanelle area. Just letting all the past that's holding me back. And let's bring that right hand now back onto our lap, bending the left one so the fingers are pointing up into the air, allowing any overactivity from my right side to flow into the atmosphere. So we're asking our mothering energy, our Mother Kundalini, please clear my right side. So we're just watching that happening. As the right hand cools down, and that heat flows out of the left hand into the atmosphere. And we can bring that hand down. So both hands are open on our lap. Until we take our right hand onto our heart again, and we can repeat that affirmation that I am the pure spirit. I am the pure spirit. And just on our in-breath and our out-breath, feeling a lovely feeling of connection with our spirit. So just awakening that divine love within us. And up to the forehead, just dropping the forehead into the palm of that right hand. We can again just say the affirmation that I forgive. I forgive all the thoughts. I forgive everyone. And allowing that feeling of divine love to expand in our heart as we forgive everyone. And coming up onto the fontanelle bone with that right hand, pressing down, pull the fingers up so you can get a good pressure onto the center of the top of your head. Just moving the scalp. Mother Kundalini, let me feel the silence and the pure joy. Connection with my spirit and the all-pervading divine love. Raising your hand, just if you can feel that gentle flow. It could be close or it could be far. And keeping your attention there. Again, bring that hand back on your lap. And with attention on your breath, just allow that feeling of love to float up above the thoughts, above the mind, into the top of your head. We might have a little bit of music in a minute, just to keep our attention. If you feel your attention wander at any time, you can just touch the top of your head with that right hand, just to bring it back on top of your head. finish it there. But just before we finish, just hold your hands up again and just see if you can feel a change in your hands, because that's the good thing to do is just to keep track of the sensitivity you're developing in your hands. How are you feeling, Philip? Feeling both nice and cool?
Both equal, yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you're all online feeling nice as well. So we'll just finish off now. If you have any questions, do feel free to put something in the chat. We'll answer those for you, or if you have any feedback at all. Dilip, hope you're feeling nice. So we'll just finish with that Bandhan, raising our Kundalini, which is good for starting and finishing our meditation when we do that in between times. 3 knots for the 3rd time. And then putting on our armour, as Philip described it, 7 times over and back. Great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Vara, for your technical expertise. And Surinder and Chaitanya for being there. All right. Thank you. Good night, everyone. See you next time.
Make sure you meditate each day.
Good idea, Philip. Very
That's
good
how
to
it
remind
develops,
us all.
yeah. That's how it grows.
It does. Can only get better.